What is a pre-accelerator and how does it work? In today's video, I'm going to go through some of the cons and some of the pros of applying to one of these programs. So a pre-accelerator program is exactly what the name entails. This is the program that you can do before you enter into the more advanced accelerator program. And these pre-accelerator programs are really targeted towards people who have an idea, but perhaps don't really know how to get the groundwork in place in order to grow their idea into a business that can then go on to attract venture capital and rapidly iterate into a rapidly growing business. So many of these programs, you can have an idea or half an idea, or even some of them no idea, and you just want to go along to learn all about the business and the growth mindset that some of these companies have in order to perhaps do something in the future. So you can find out all about accelerator programs in my video, which I'll leave somewhere up here. That's because the accelerator program really requires a business plan, some kind of minimum viable product, and you need to have done quite a lot of prep work in order to get into that accelerator program. And a good way to do all of that prep work is in a pre-accelerator. So most of these pre-accelerator programs are about taking an idea or a half-baked idea or even no idea right through to some kind of clear defined business that's got a pathway towards growth. So these programs often have a lot of resources which are going to help you get over a lot of hurdles that business startups face, such as, how do you write a business plan? How do you get access to expert advice and networking and mentors, as well as the general startup ecosystem. And like all programs, there are going to be nuances between them. Some are going to focus on perhaps ag tech or ed tech or fintech, and you're going to have to find one that fits your specific desires and your passions and what you want to do and achieve. As a general kind of rule, they have a few similar themes and a few similar components. So the first is a structured program. This could be anything from workshops where they teach you how to prepare a pitch deck or how to prepare a business plan, right through to a program where you hear from people who have experience in the industry that you're working in or who have successfully built a startup company before. Pre-accelerators can be run by anyone. They can be based at universities, they can be part of kind of an innovation hub, or they can be standalone private enterprises on their own. So generally, these programs are quite short, but very intense. That's because the idea is to come out on the other side with a product that you can take forward into the big wide world. I guess you could say some programs are as short as a hackathon, where you really try and rapidly build out an idea in 24 to 48 hours. That might be a little bit short. The average, 5 weeks or so. And that's going to give you enough time to focus and really iterate your ideas and come up with something that you're going to be able to move forwards with. Generally, this is just a case of filling in an application and finding the right program that fits your specific needs. There might be some kind of interview process, as well as, some kind of personality test in some instances. Okay, so let's talk about the pros of pre-accelerator programs. The first is workshops, where you'll find the space to structure and hone your ideas and get feedback from people with experience in the industry. Number two is connections. You're going to be linking up with a huge network of mentors, speakers, as well as perhaps even alumni if the pre-accelerator goes on to an accelerator. Of course, as the saying goes, it's not your net worth, it's your network, and it's not what you know, it's who you know. So networking is a massive part of business success. Number three is valuable feedback. So you're going to be getting a lot of information from different coaches and entrepreneurs, and this kind of works as a con, I guess, in a way, because you've got to be able to sift through all of that noise and really focus on what you're trying to achieve and what you want to get out of the program. Number four is the knowledge that you'll gain. Things like how to write a business plan, how to build a basic set of financial forecasts, and how to pitch, how to network. All those soft skills that you're going to need as you grow your business through the different iterations are going to be really developed and the foundations built in one of these pre-accelerator programs. And lastly, it's preparation. So you're going to come out of these programs with a fully formed business plan and idea, and you're going to be able to use this to then go on and apply for accelerators if that's what you want to do, or you're going to have taken a look at what it takes to kind of grow one of these rapid growth businesses and say, that's not for me. I want to pursue a different trajectory and go on my own journey where I don't take on all this venture capital and perhaps grow over a long period of time. So definitely this moves into the cons of the accelerator program. The first one being it's really hard work and it's going to be an intense few weeks. So if you've got a job, you're probably going to have to take time off, and that comes at an opportunity cost because you're not going to be making an income there while you focus on this business venture that you don't even know if it will succeed or not. And the next con is that it's extremely complicated. You're learning a whole bunch of new things which might not be relevant to your current employment. Like, you may never have to write a business plan again, but during the pre-accelerator program, you're going to have to learn how to do that very quickly. I guess these aren't really cons other than the financial aspect and the time aspect. I mean, learning new things and developing new skills, you never know when it will pay off in the future. So these pre-accelerator programs, some of them are quite competitive still to get into, and they're going to look for people with certain marks or certain grades, but others are not so competitive, and they're kind of like a community program offered by a university or something similar. I think the main trait that they're all looking for is the entrepreneurial spirit and drive. And I guess even if you're watching this video, you probably have that because you're looking at ways to improve yourself and to constantly be growing. So, you know, you can always apply and say no, even if you are successful. That's the beauty of these things. So is a pre-accelerator the right thing for you and your business idea or your entrepreneurial journey? Well, if you can fail and fail again until success is imminent, could be a good step. If you're willing to make sacrifices for long-term gain, I guess it could be a good fit for you. And if you have that entrepreneurial drive to plan, build, and pursue a challenge, then a pre-accelerator might be a place where you really thrive and make new connections or even meet a new co-founder for an idea that you didn't even know you had yet. So it's a bit of a cop-out, and I'm gonna say it really depends on you, your personality, and what you want to achieve. But you know, if you're an entrepreneurial person watching this channel, then it's probably the kind of thing that you should look into, and it doesn't hurt to apply. You can always say no, even if you're successful. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button. It would help me a lot satisfy the YouTube algorithm, as well as dropping a comment below so that I can connect with you. I want to find out, have you done a pre-accelerator program? What did you think about it? What didn't you like about it perhaps? And share some of those stories so we can all learn from each other. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.